What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards here to talk a little 2020-21 Prism. Just kind of wanted to touch a little base. Prism's been out for almost 10 days now, a little over 10 days, depending on, couple singles hit the eBay a little early. So I just kind of wanted to talk about how they're holding up, kind of exactly what we expected to happen is happening. And just look at some of the price trends, where things are sitting at, who's the most expensive, so on and so forth, with our now week and a half or so worth of data. So YouTube stuff down below. Like, comment, sub. You guys know the drill. And let's get into this. Try to keep this one short. So to surprise no one, LaMelo's at the top. And we are in, to pull this data, I used price movement by cards and market movers. And then I threw some filters on. I have two different ones up. We'll start with base cards, and then I have a second screen with silvers on it. But then I just filtered by year, by set, and by variation of base, just so we could just see base cards. And I did a 14-day average, which pretty much captures all the data. So this shows us where it started, where everything started, and where it currently sits. So base LaMelo started at around 300. They're already down to 200. Once again, we knew that this was going to happen. None of these high-end guys I would be buying yet. I'm going to continue to let the market play itself out and see where things fall. Now, some of the lower-end guys, maybe you could start to get deals on them. I don't think we necessarily know yet. But there's still not a lot of guys I'm like super hyped on from this class in regards to like, I got to run out and buy this guy right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's just not, I'm just not seeing that at the moment. So Melo's in the first place at 205. The LeBron Kobe tribute dunk is ranking in second at 110. I get it. It's a cool card, but let's remember, guys and girls, this is Prism. There's going to be a million of these things. There's no need to run out and grab this thing, especially the base card version of it, at anything close to these prices. My guess is this is probably like a $20 to $25 card in another couple weeks, maybe not even that long. I just don't see a base card of this holding value above $20. And it may even go lower than that, but I'll conservatively guess $20 to $25 is where this thing settles in at. I don't know where LaMelo ends up settling. That one's a little trickier with him being hurt and stuff. I think that might actually help him in some regards, as crazy as that sounds. And then we have Ant-Man in third at 100. And then it drops all the way down to Halliburton at 50. And once again, you can see Anthony Edwards started at 170 and already dropped to 100. In 14 days, these guys are down 30%, 40%, 50%. The only one that is relatively flat is Poku. That's Alexis Pokusevski from the Thunder. He's had a few big games. He just had like a new career high, I think, like 2 days ago. Maybe he was last night. I don't remember exactly when that was. So his prices kind of spiked back up again. But, even at these mid-tier guys in the $25 to $30 range, I just don't see it. Patrick Williams for 28. That's starting to get a little bit interesting. I kind of like what I've seen out of him. But in general, you can see anyone at the top of the draft is still way overinflated. Now, when we get down to the bottom here, Precious is $5. Desmond Bane's $1. Nico Mannion, $6. Isaac Okoro, $7. Sadiq Bey is $10. These cheaper lower end guys will flatten out and get to the bottom quicker than the top flight guys because there's less demand for them. So everyone's just going to keep undercutting. So if you do want a LaMelo base raw or, a LeBron Kobe dunk, whatever that card's going to end up being called, that's fine, but just continue to wait. There's no need to rush into this stuff. Let's pop over and look at silvers real quick. You're going to see the same thing. The percentages don't drop quite as quickly, at least for LaMelo, but everyone else is taking a pretty good hit pretty quick. LaMelo started at 1,200, already down to 1,000. I'll be very curious to see where this settles in at. Ant-Man started at 1,100 for the first couple sales, is already down to 845. The LeBron dunk went from 1,500 to 660. And once again, I feel that that's going to continue to fall. I don't know what the silver ends up at, but James Wiseman. The first one sold for $1,300 and it's already down to $330. Imagine paying $1,300 for that, and then literally not even 7 days later, it's down to $300. Like, I just don't understand. Never understood this mad rush to buy these singles on these cards immediately. And once again, you can see a couple in the green here. That's Poku that we had previously talked about. He's spiking up because he kind of had a pretty good game. And then Patrick Williams has gone up slightly. Out of all these, the Patrick Williams, I still think this was way too expensive, but you know, of the lower to mid tier guys, he intrigues me the most out of the other guys in this list. I like Halliburton too, but he's quite a bit more expensive. Isaac Okoro is interesting. I'm probably semi-biased there. He plays very good defense, so he's going to get tons of playing time. If he could ever figure out the offensive side of things, he could be pretty good. His silver's down to $55. Once again, I would probably wait for that to level out. The Cavs aren't making the playoffs. It's not like he's going to get any burn or any postseason bumps or anything like that. So, but yeah, this is the list all the way down to $20 at Precious. Precious really intrigued me coming out of the draft, but he's just not gotten the playing time that I hoped he would get. So that's a look at those. I also pulled up the charts. This is on the silvers specifically, just to give a visual representation of this. So you can see there was a couple sales at $1,300 on Melo, and then how quickly it drops, and it spiked back up a little bit. It was all the way down to almost 900, and now it's up to about 1,000. My guess is this is going to slowly keep ticking down. It gets the big cutoff, or the big drop off rather. And then I think this kind of keeps going down slightly till it levels off. Like I said, I don't know where. I'll be curious to see where Melo silvers actually level out at. But like, I don't know, a Melo silver for $1,000, or I think you could get like a Luka PSA 10 concourse for around $1,000. Pretty sure. I think they're around 1,100, maybe 1,200. But you're in the ball. You can get in the ballpark. A Luka Select Concourse rookie base or a raw LaMelo Silver Prism. I mean, that's not even a question. You can get 2 Donovan Mitchell base Prism PSA 10, and base Prism PSA 10 on Mitchell actually means something because 17 Prism's a lot lower pop count than 18, 19. So I think that's a little bit better card than a lot of people give it credit for. So yeah, I just, the upper end of this rookie class is just not worth these prices. You know, people were saying that about Zion and Ja last year and Luka and Trey before that, but I just really think those guys are on a different level compared to some of these guys. And I'm sure the Melo fanboys in the comments below will be all over it. And to be 100% honest, he played much better than I ever thought that he would in his time with the Hornets. I never expected him to be that good his rookie season, and he looked like a good NBA player. I just don't think he's a superstar NBA player. Could he be an all-star? Sure, probably. Is he going to be Giannis or LeBron or Luka or AD or, you know, Kobe or whatever? I don't think so. I really don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't see it. I know there's a long way to go with this rookie class, but on the front end, I'm just not sure where I see the NBA superstar coming from. And I think there's a pretty good chance that it could be someone that kind of comes out of the blue. You know, maybe it's Halliburton. I don't necessarily think so. Maybe it's someone that's, you know, still fiddling around on someone's bench, not getting a ton of minutes. Who knows? Like I said, LaMelo, I think he will be a star in the league, but I think there's a big difference between a star and an NBA superstar. You know, I just don't see LaMelo being the best player on a championship team. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Time will tell. So that's your Prism update. It's going to keep hitting retail. The Target stuff's been absolutely wild on Facebook. That stuff's been just, the Facebook posts about people lining up at Target have been just crazy this past week. So, and you know, this stuff's just going to keep coming. It's Prism. There is no end in sight for the Piles O Prism to continue to hit eBay. Stay patient. If you really want one of these guys, that's cool. just let the price come to you. There's no rush on any of these players to run out and buy them for at least the next few weeks. Just keep watching the prices, let them come down, let them come down. This is Prism. There's lots of it. It's not like a select courtside or something where, one comes for sale and it might be a hot minute till you see another one. Let the market do its thing and then pounce when you think the price is right. Personally, the upper end of this class, I'm probably not going to be chasing any of these guys initially. Maybe Halliburton once prices figure themselves out, but I think even that's a stretch. Once again, I think Halliburton is a very, very good NBA player. I just don't think he's an NBA superstar. Not saying that you still can't make money off those guys. You absolutely can. But in a world where you do not have unlimited money, you have to pick your targets. And there's just other guys I would rather buy than most guys out of this rookie class. I'm sure there's going to be some prospect guys I'm going to like once the prices kind of filter themselves out. And I'm sure we'll do videos on those. But for now, I am in wait and see mode with most stuff from 21 Prism. So that's all I got for you guys today. If there's someone special you're chasing, let me know in the comments down below, especially someone that's not like one of the top 4 picks. I think those guys are pretty obvious, along with Halliburton. Maybe Killian Hayes gets some love with people forgetting about him, even though he just came back at probably the right time in regards to card prices. So, but that's all I got for you guys. If you guys are watching this first thing Saturday morning, I am probably roaming around the card show in Hartville that is today. I'm going to go hit that first thing this morning. So depending on when you're watching this, I may be there or it may have already happened. But we'll catch you guys on the Sunday morning show. Peace.